Hey guys, how's it going? Eu sou Dave Lee de Dave Lee's English e hoje a gente vai testar seu listening, seu reading, vai expandir seu vocabulário. Você vai aprender muito hoje e você vai se divertir, porque é um assunto divertido. Feriados, não apenas Natal, mas todos os outros feriados grandes nos Estados Unidos. Como se chama eles? Vamos descobrir. Mas primeiro, quero agradecer o nosso patrocinador de hoje, que é Dave Lee, cara muito legal. E ele tem um curso novo chamado Fala Galera, e é baseado no método dele chamado The 5-Star Method, o método 5-Star, que vai melhorar muito seu pronunciation, sua entonação, intonation e muitas outras coisas também. O curso tem 10 horas de conteúdo e preço normal é apenas R$297, mas você pode colocar o código de cupom lá no Hotmart e receber um grande desconto. Então, faça isso e vamos aprender. E se você tem qualquer dúvida, pode deixar nos comentários. Então, vou falar inglês, começando quase agora. Só, por favor, pode ouvir e deixe-me saber nos comentários qual porcentagem você entendeu, tá bom? Ready? Let's go. Holidays and observances in the United States in 2022. January the 1st. It says 1 January, but it's really much more common to say January the 1st. The holiday that's on January the 1st is New Year's Day. New Year's Day is a federal holiday. That means any government workers who work for the federal government get the day off. And all federal holidays are generally considered national holidays as well. So many other banks and businesses close on these days as well. The next big holiday is January the 17th, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. It is also a federal holiday. In February, we have Chinese New Year, not celebrated by everyone, but fairly well known. The first day of Black History Month is also February 1st, because February is known as Black History Month. And February the 2nd is Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day, Groundhog Day. Si os entendedores vão entender. If you got that joke, please tell me in the comments that you got it and explain it to other people, all right? The next big holiday is on February the 21st. It's a federal holiday called President's Day. President's Day used to be Lincoln's birthday and Washington's birthday, but now they put them together and call it President's Day. On March the 1st of 2022, we have Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras isn't celebrated nationally, but it's a pretty big deal in 4 states. And you know Mardi Gras better as Carnaval if you're a Brazilian. Mardi Gras is the French term that means Fat Tuesday. Yeah, Fat Tuesday. And it's celebrated in Alabama, Florida, Louisiana, and Mississippi, which is where I grew up. So it's a pretty big deal. When I was in college, I played in a band that played in many parades for Mardi Gras. We would go to different towns and cities and play in their Mardi Gras parades, had a lot of fun. It's not nearly as wild as some of the parades here in Brazil, but it's a lot of fun and a lot of people participate. Then March 13th, Daylight Savings Time starts. Yes, the United States still observes Daylight Savings Time, so they will have to set their clocks forward because it's the beginning of daylight savings time. Then March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day really isn't a national holiday, but it is very popular throughout the country. It has to do with Patrick, who was a slave in Ireland and escaped back to England hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And then he actually returned to Ireland to preach the gospel. And according to legend, St. Patrick ran the snakes out of Ireland. He drove the snakes out of Ireland. And Ireland is one of only, I think, maybe 2 or 3 countries in the world that have no snakes whatsoever. Pretty interesting. Popular holiday. On April the 10th is Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is always a week before Easter. It celebrates when Jesus made his triumphal entry into Jerusalem, and the people put palm branches down in front of his donkey that he was riding on into Jerusalem. Palm Sunday. April 15th this year is Good Friday. Good Friday is kind of an ironic name considering it's the day that Jesus was crucified. But if you know the whole story, yeah, it's Good Friday. Then April 16th this year is Passover, which literally translate into Pascua, but Passover is the Jewish celebration when the death angel passed over the homes of the Jewish people in Egypt and did not kill the firstborn children. Immediately after that, the Jews fled to the Promised Land. So, a big holiday for them, and they call it Passover. Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday is what we call Pascua. And the day after Easter Sunday in 2022 is Tax Day, April 18th. This is the day that all federal income taxes are due. If you pay taxes in the United States, you have to pay them by this date. And the real date is usually the 15th, but since April 15th on 2022 is considered a holiday by many people, the government moved the deadline to the 18th. Very interesting. And by the way, April 1st is not on here, but there's April Fool's Day, where people like to play tricks on each other and sometimes tell little lies or big lies, and it's kind of all in fun. So there have been a lot of great April Fool's pranks throughout the years. On April 28th is an observation that has grown a lot in recent years. Take our daughters and sons to work day, where you take your son or your daughter to work with you so they can see what you do all this time that you're not with them. And then on May the 5th is the Spanish or Mexican holiday, Cinco de Mayo, which is very popular in the United States as well, because there are a lot of Mexican people who live in the United States. So Cinco de Mayo is on May the 5th. Also on May the 5th, on 2022, is the National Day of Prayer, which many presidents throughout the years have declared days of prayer, even days of prayer and fasting. But many years ago, it was declared a national day of observance, and it's always the first Thursday in May. So National Day of Prayer, not a holiday, but it is an observance. And Sunday, May the 8th, 2022, Mother's Day. Can't forget that one. Very important. And May 30th is Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a federal holiday. It's mostly about soldiers who died in battle, people who died fighting wars, but it has been extended in some circles to be a day of remembrance for everyone who has passed away in the last year. And June 19th is Father's Day. Father's Day is comes on a different day in the U.S. than it does in Brazil. Mother's Day is on the same day, not Father's Day though. June 20th is day off for Juneteenth. This is a new federal holiday that just was put into place very, very recently, and it celebrates the emancipation, the real emancipation of all slaves after the end of the American Civil War. And July 4th, Independence Day, big federal holiday, fireworks and all that kind of stuff goes on. So after that, there's not really a big holiday going on in August. August is when a lot of students go back to school too. So, but on September the 5th, Labor Day happens. Labor Day is a celebration of the workers. It's a federal holiday. On October the 5th is Yom Kippur, the Day of Atonement, a big Jewish holiday. October the 10th is Indigenous Peoples Day. And it's not a national holiday, but it is observed in 28 states. So it's growing in popularity. And you all know about October 31st, Halloween. That happens every year on October the 31st. Then 2022, November the 8th is a very important election day. Election day is always the second Tuesday in November. And this is the second biggest out of the 4 years. The presidential election years are the biggest one. This is the midterm election, which comes halfway between presidential elections. It's going to be a big deal. Then November 11th is Veterans Day. Veterans Day is a holiday to celebrate the people who served in the armed forces. So you have Memorial Day to celebrate those and honor those who passed away in battle, and Veterans Day to celebrate everyone who served in the armed forces. And then Thanksgiving Day on the 24th of November, November the 24th, is a big federal holiday, which is of course followed immediately by Black Friday, which is always the day after Thanksgiving. Then a lot of people, depending on the church they belong to, celebrate Advent, and the first Sunday of Advent will be November the 27th. And December the 23rd is Christmas Eve observed. Yeah, because Christmas Eve, obviously the 24th, the day before, right before Christmas, is going to fall on a Saturday. Well, Saturday is already more or less a weekly holiday. It's the weekend. So they moved the observation of Christmas Eve to Friday. So people could have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, because Sunday, December the 25th, will be Christmas. And because Christmas falls on a weekend, a lot of people will be taking Monday off, the day after, as a federal holiday. So pretty big deal. Be a 4-day weekend, which is kind of rare in the U.S. other than Thanksgiving. Then, of course, December 31st is New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. And that's about it. But let me say, what about Dia dos Namorados? Valentine's Day? That's always February the 14th. I believe that's right. Which was not on this calendar, but we want to point that out. So if you happen to be a Brazilian who marries an American, or an American who marries a Brazilian, you get to have 2 Valentine's Days, which is pretty sweet. What do you think? Como foi? Quanto você entendeu? Foi 10%, 50%, 100%? Pode deixar nos comentários. E qualquer dúvida sobre o curso, é só me avisar. Thanks for watching. God bless you. And we'll see you next time.